come. Only the cold, only the fog. I hit the dirt and the frost bit back. Everything faded to a Nephilim black. No golden halls, no gates swinging wide, just the frozen mud where the broken ones hide. I felt the thread snap, I felt the lungs freeze, swallowed by the roots of the ancient trees. I was meat for the wolves, just a skull in the snow, with nowhere to stand and nowhere to go.
The battle was over, the silence was loud, wrapped in the mist like a heavy shroud. I fought like a beast, but I died like a slave, waiting for the silence at the bottom of the grave. They left you to rot in the ice and the grave, but the norms don't dictate what I have to say. I spat blood on the stone in the dead of the dark. I carved your name in the full dark mark. You won't fade out, you won't fall out of sight. I sent one in to find you in the middle of the night. The memory flies when the warrior falls. I'm carving your ticket to the golden halls. Iron gets rusty and shields will break, but the Skaldic verse is the earth turning quake. They thought you were finished, a ghost in the breeze, but I bled on the roots of the Yggdrasil tree.
I took every battle, the blood and the mud, and I turned your survival right into my blood. I forced the gods to look down at the dirt, to witness the glory, to witness the hurt. I'm the voice of the dead, I'm the keeper of graves. I don't need a song for the lives that I saved. You swung the axe till your muscles went numb, but I beat the drum till the Valkyries come.
They left you to rot in the ice and the grave, but the norms don't dictate what I have to say. I spat blood on the stone in the dead of the dark. I carved your name in the Futhark mark. You won't fade out, you won't fall out of sight. I summoned in to find you in the middle of the night. The memory flies when the warrior falls. I'm carving your ticket to the golden halls.
I was lost in the fog, then I heard the sound.
The chisel hitting rock, the blood on the ground.
I saw the black wings, the raven came down.
I traded the silence and bought you the crown.
You rewrote the fate that the weaver spun.
The physical dies, but the legend has won. They left you to rot in the ice and the grave, but the norms don't dictate what I have to say. I spat blood on the stone in the dead of the dark. I carved your name
In the full dark mark, I carved my name.
The memory fades when the warrior falls.
We break down the doors of the golden halls.
Saved by the rules,
Saved by the word,
saved by the word.
out of the mist,
Out of the mist,
the legend is heard.
drawn in flies. Moon and flies.
They say a man dies twice. Once when the lungs give out, and once when the world stops saying his name. Knuckles on the frozen earth, try to measure what a single life was worth. Out in the whiteout, fighting the frost, I was the phantom that the village rode off. I carried the iron, I took every scar, swallowed the blood, pushed it too far.
When the dark came down and the sky went blind, I thought I left absolutely nothing behind. Just broken bones in the snow, a shadow in the night. I fought for the fire, but I lost the light. I thought the silence was the end of the
The weapon,
I dropped the law. You held the line, but I held the ghost. When the winter came in, I guarded the post. You bled in the dirt, I bled in the mind. I refused to leave your echo behind.
they wanted to forget, let the ashes blow away, but I etched your story into every single day. I didn't hold a shield, I didn't hold the blade, but I fought the oblivion in the world that we made. Every time the fire flickered, I whispered your name, fed it to the wind, fed it to the flame. They think the survivor is the one who gets to rest, but holding the dead is a different kind of test. 10,000 nights speaking into the cold, making sure the legend never got old. You broke your body so that people couldn't be free, but your immortality that was given by me. I stand at the gates, waiting for the end.
I opened the book and I send it again.
I thought I was ash.
I made you the spark.
You pulled my spirit right out of the dark.
The physical breaks, the body will fall.
But the story survives if the story is told.